Okay, right. Is everyone in that is going to be in? This is not scripted, so let's just make something up. Hey everyone, we're here at South Coast Karting for my YouTube channel member kart race. And then everyone cheer. Hey!
I invited 30 of my channel members along with a group of motorsport YouTubers to battle it out in one epic kart tournament.
My aspiration is to just have fun. So I'm used to racing in my nice comfortable rig in a nice warm room. Taking an absolute. And yet, because I like you so much, Brad, I've come out here to the freezing South Coast karting track to support you and have some fun. That's the main thing.
So I've come up here onto the grass bank to have a little sneaky preview of the new layout, and there's some interesting hairpins which I think are going to provide some good braking zones, maybe some overtaking opportunities, but qualifying is going to be all important, and I'm a little bit worried about being held up by some of my YouTuber friends in our short 4-minute qualifying session, because that could put me easily down into the pre-B final.
Alex Van Gien Racing. I'm doing kart build at the moment, and there'll be lots of racing content, including today.
These are the new karts down here at South Coast Karting. They're 200cc biz, and they're all fresh and clean and new, and everything looks shiny, and they sound punchy as well. So looking forward to driving these around here.
I've never been here before, but the extension looks like it had a good couple of corners in.
Predictions for the overall win today. Who's going to win?
Whoever's the lightest.
I think that's probably a valid answer. Good luck, Perico Karting. Welcome to the event. You look like you're in the overall category, not the over 80 kilos category. So are you going to win?
I'm going to do my best, but there's a lot of very competitive looking people here, and I am quite the rental warrior myself.
This is all about rental warriors.
Once everyone had arrived, we gathered in the South Coast Karting briefing room because it was important we all understood the very specific rules for this event.
Has got experience in the kart. Put me right up there, Brad.
We've been told that there are cones at the apex of some of these corners, and if we clip them then there's a penalty, so we need to all learn where they are and make sure we don't clip them, otherwise that could be the difference between winning and losing today. That looks like a good line, straight through there. That'll be me lap 1. I think this is going to be very similar to grippy indoor karting, where short distances and zero sliding of what you want to do. So as close to the inside as possible, basically, and don't travel further than you need to. You can still use quite a lot of curb through here without touching those cones. So, ooh, fresh asphalt. Nice. I like this.
I love you, track. Give me grip.
And you literally used to just go straight over this, completely missed the track. It's the only time Johnny's going to be in the lead today.
So let me take this chance to say we've got some prizes for those of you watching. So if you're not here today, we have 4 free sim coaching sessions to give away. So comment below if you'd like to be in with a chance of winning an iRacing sim coaching session with Get Faster Faster. More about that during the race. I'll try and remember to give you some more information whilst I'm driving.
So after catching Zach committing track limits offences before the race had even started, it was time to do some driving.
No excuses now, we've all seen the circuit, so hopefully we'll go do some good qualifying laps now. Let's do this. Here we go. Group 1, so it's the YouTuber group all together, and we're going to have to warm the track and the karts up for everyone else. So we are giving everyone else an advantage here.
We're both talking to ourselves in our head.
You'll be cut number 5? Cut number 5. Where is this beast, number 5? Here she is. Do you need the weight forward or back in these cars? Like, do you need forward? Right, we've gone to the almost forward position down here. I would have liked one of those seat packers, but it could be the difference in the weight. How heavy are they? They're not that heavy, these ones. We could probably go for that. Oh, we didn't have amazing pickup. Oh yeah, lots of understeer. We've gone forward on the seat. Okay, a little bit too far forward. Van Gien straight away knocking over the cones. Now we're oversteering too much, let's go back 1 click.
So you can see what I'm doing here. As well as learning the circuit, I'm trying to judge exactly where the weight is best positioned. And after trying extreme forwards, I found there was a little bit too much oversteer, so I moved it back to the original position 1 click away from the front. Now, we're only 1 lap into our 4-lap practice session, but I already feel I know the circuit pretty well. So the key now for me is to find some clear space before qualifying starts at the end of the 4th lap. So I made my move on Alex Van Gien, and shortly after, qualifying began. Okay, so moving the seat to this position seems to have worked.
and really braking as little as possible and driving just like an indoor track seems to be what works here. Short distances, trying to minimise scrub, trying to minimise bouncing, although that corner's a little hard. So into here I'm not nailing the brakes, I'm going very, very smoothly to try and avoid any rear slide at all and really shorten the distance that I'm driving each time. And so we've got another lap to go. Wasn't a great first corner there. I can go tighter there to the cones, and here, look, no need to go wide, just keep close to the curbs. I'm leaning out quite a lot as well, really try and help pick up the inside rear wheel. No checker flag yet, one more lap. Bit too deep, but we carry good speed. Let's keep going. Let's get closer to these cones. I think that bogged down too much. Yeah, it's a checker. Okay. After that qualifying, second place, 3/10 off of Kyle Edwards. So let's see how the next groups go. It's going to be about how fast people are in groups 2 and 3. Let's keep an eye on them.
And as the next group's qualifying times came in, I was bumped down one more position, this time by Philip Richardson.
I'm just walking over here so you guys are in the video. Right, you're in it. Okay, good.
This was the pre-A final, where we finished in this race dictated the starting grid for the grand final.
Here we go.
So I needed to get past the carts in front of me as quick as possible. I got a great start and managed to slip down the inside of Philip before turn 1, and after a quick let's work together hand gesture, I set off after Perico Karting.
Okay, there's one place. Let's chase Perico Karting. YouTuber extraordinaire. Whoa! I was getting quite a good run there on Perico. Bouncing too much. Bouncing a lot more than when I had the seat in. Oh, we're under threat. Perico's checked out. I think we had a chance to get him, but P3 is all over us now. Got some more rear grip now. Let's see if we can reel him in at all. I think he's gone, but let's just try and learn, ready for the A final. The rear's settling down a bit now we've got some temperature. Okay, something's gone on behind me. They've had a little fight. Using more curb here helps. Get your use more curb merch on the merch store. And while we're doing some talking, let's talk about the sim coaching competition that we've got happening right now. If you would like some iRacing sim coaching with Get Faster Faster, then drop a comment below and tell us why it should be you. We'll then narrow that down to a short list, and we'll get the viewers of this channel to vote on who they think should be the 4 drivers that receive those sessions. Okay, I think we're closing on Perico now. Shame we got bundled at the start there, so I think we actually had the pace to win this. All about smoothness, it's just like indoor karting. Smoothness and short distances. We're gaining, definitely gaining. We could have been fighting for the win here, and that's the finish. So that's P2 for the A final, but on the outside of the first corner. Not ideal. But we have moved forward one position. Let's give Perico some love. Cool, right on to the next one. Johnny got the record in that one for the most penalties.
Yes.
How many?
3.
15 seconds worth of penalties. Good job.
I'm in the A final, so that's what matters in the A final.
Boom. Callum McIntyre was about to sail through to the pre-B final, and he just threw it away all on his own. I don't think anyone caught it on camera, but Callum will have it on camera.
I'm going to have to make a move.
And those turned out to be famous last words.
Oh, Callum.
So after some great performances from the drivers in the C and B finals, it was time for the fastest 13 to battle it out in the A final.
Right, this is it. Guys, thank you so much for watching this. Thank you for attending the race if you're here, and especially thank you for attending and then watching it back. You're all absolute legends. We're going to do loads more cool stuff in the next year, so keep your eyes peeled for more awesome events like this on the channel. If you are new to the channel and you've enjoyed what you've seen so far, please consider liking and subscribing, and go subscribe to the other YouTubers that are racing today with me. You'll find all their details in the description below. For now, we've got a little mission, and that is to try and get to the front of the grid, but it's going to be very tough because one of those YouTubers is Perico Karting. Let's see if we can get him. Everyone else warming their tyres. I want to see what my kart can do into the corners. Okay, feels pretty good. Here we go then. It's the grand final. Perico Karting on pole.
So we were finally underway, 15 minutes to try and get to the front, with an extremely determined driver leading the race. Now I knew from the previous race that I had the legs on Perico in some sections of the circuit, but I couldn't quite get close enough in order to make a move. I was going to need to try and stay right on his tail to take any opportunity that presented itself. I had to drive perfectly. I needed to be super precise with the curbs, and I needed to really get to grips with the cold tyres from the very first lap. I also had the problem of Sean Curtis breathing down my neck. The yellow helmeted driver was right behind me from the start.
Okay, let's see if we can get a tow here from Perico.
I could tell I was making significant time up by using the large concrete curb on the right hand side here, but would it be enough to put me back on the tail of Perico Karting?
Okay, we're managing to stay quite close. Let's see what we can do about him. It's a long race. He's defending already. We've got the pace, but it's difficult to find a way through. And we don't want to get a penalty. It's a long race. Oh, we got someone breathing down our neck. This is going to be the place. If we get him, it's going to be here. He's found his feet on that lap. He's pulled out a bit of a gap. That was a bit deep. That's got us back in the tow. We're going to need a mistake from Perico for us to do anything at all here. Oh, he's had a good lap that time. Need to get back in the hunt here. We're quite good through turn 1 and 2, and we've drawn him back in. We're now going to get back in the tow. Don't know how long's left in the race. Bit of a bounce there. We're been hit from behind. Car behind getting impatient now. He wants to come through. He's right there. But Perico might have done enough now. We're not close enough for him to do anything. He's relaxed. It's this corner that's killing us. We've got too much bounce here. That was better. More commitment. Here we go. It's now or never. Nothing I could do. Nothing I could do. We just can't stay close enough on the straight here. That's better. That's better. We've got a slight toe. Slight toe this time. Had to go for it. Had to go for it. Had to have a little look. Not enough of a braking zone. Not enough of a braking zone. Nothing I can do. If I go for a move and it fails, the car behind me is going to overtake me. He's covered every single opportunity I've had. Perico has been there to cover it. I've run out of ideas. There's nowhere else to get him unless he leaves the door open, which he hasn't done a single time. Fun race though, fun track. Good job, Perico. Good job. I tried my hardest, but you had me. You had it all covered all day long. Nice race, and the top 3 were gone. Nice fight. Well done, man.
Thank you.
That was tough. but really fun. So P2, and I have to say, Perico Karting, Kyle there did everything he possibly could to keep me behind.
That was the most stressful race I've ever done. I knew from the start that I saw you and Sean Curtis tapping the back of helmets, I knew, right, you're not going to fight each other at the start, so I'm going to have to go full defense against you. I knew where the best 2 spots for overtaking was, and I knew if I had those covered off, I should be fine. I could see you in my peripheral quite a few times. That did shake me up a bit, but I held it, and I'm really, really happy about how that went.
With the penalties being quite strict, I couldn't risk going for a move that would then give me a penalty. Sean Curtis was there the whole time. Perico just did the job. Go subscribe to his channel right now. I guess it's time for the podium. Well done, guys.
Kyle. Thank you.
And just as everyone knows, the rule is that if you win this event, sadly you can't come back next time. But thanks to Carl for coming.
Thanks to Brad for organising you, Brad.
Thank you to me.
Brad, how did your day go?
It was about as good as it can be. I obviously deliberately threw the win in the final, so one of my channel members could win, because it would have looked awful if I won it. And no, I had a great time. I really like the track. It really suits my style of liking the precision of indoor tracks, but also wanting to use a bit of curb and having some grip. So to the pub.